Hey guys, what is up? Today we're going to be looking at 10 of the most outrageous limited editions for the PlayStation Vita. Now, these aren't going to be in any particular order because actually they're all kind of outrageous or noteworthy in their own way. So there's no real good way to quantify which one is more outrageous than the next. But with that, let's just get right into it. So the first one I have is Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. Now this limited edition was originally $57.99 and it was limited to 1,000 copies. What makes this one so outrageous is the asking price right now. The current asking price is around $1,000 for this. And the reason is because not only does it attract Vita fans, but also Hyperdimension Neptunia fans as well. This limited edition came with a hard Vita case, a small 4x4 inch glossy art print, a pixel art keychain, and of course the game. Number 2 is Sorcery Saga, Curse of the Great Curry God, Hot and Spicy, Everything is Nicey limited edition. This limited edition originally sold for $50 US, but they must have printed too many at one point because I've seen several price drops on Amazon over the years. Now, what makes this limited edition so outrageous are the pack-in contents. This one comes with a baby's bib, a baby's spoon, and a baby plate, along with the Sorcery Saga game. Why on earth would any gamer need that? I have no idea. Number 3 on our list of most outrageous Vita limited editions is Super Beat Sonic, the Exotic Edition. This limited edition originally sold for $100. Now what makes this limited edition so outrageous is just how limited it was. There were only 450 units of this limited edition produced. For a popular music rhythm game, that is not very many at all. Now there was also an exclusive edition, which wasn't as big. That one was only $50 and that one was limited to 500 units. But if you don't think the Exotic Edition was limited enough, there was also a Gold Edition, which there were only 2 made, and a Platinum Edition, which there were only 2 made ever. These editions were handed out in giveaways by PM Studios. The Exotic Edition comes with the CD soundtrack, the vinyl soundtrack, and of course the game. Number 4 is Galgun Double Piece Mr. Happiness Edition. Now what makes this one so outrageous is just the size of the box. This one was very difficult to ship, and it actually was pretty expensive to ship as well, as you might expect. The price on this was $95 US, but I had to get overseas shipping, which brought the price up quite considerably. This is definitely one of the tallest limited editions on the PlayStation Vita, but that's not the only thing that makes this limited edition so noteworthy. Some of the included contents are a screen cleaning wipe, which you can obviously see serves some other use as well. It also came with a wall scroll, a DLC voucher for some downloadable outfits, an art book, a soundtrack, and of course the game. And another interesting thing about the game is that the original batch of these, at least the ESRB rated ones, had the incorrect rating on the back of the box. It's rated E for everyone. Number 5 is Criminal Girls 2 Party Favors Party Bag Edition. This Party Bag Edition was $75 US. And what makes this one so outrageous is just the sheer amount of little trinkets that this game came with. We have the collector's box, we have the art book, we've got the soundtrack, we've got the Party Favors bag, we've got enamel pins, some gorgeous art cards, a microfiber cleaning cloth, a drawstring slipcase for your Vita, a sticker set, and of course the game itself. Number 6 is Summon Night 6 Lost Borders. Now what makes this one so outrageous is the initial asking price. This was one of the most expensive limited editions at $135. Now there was a $20 pre-order discount, but the shipping was approximately $20 anyway, so the price was still $135 shipped. Now this does have a very, very beautiful collector's box and lots of high quality contents, but sometimes I feel like you don't need to put that much value into the limited edition, especially when you don't know how well the game will turn out. Now, when this game first came out, it did have some mixed reviews. I myself personally have not yet played it because I just opened this limited edition this year, even though I picked it up several years ago. Now, as for the contents, interesting thing there, it did come with a pin, a poster, a huge hardcover art book. This thing is gorgeous. And then one of the other controversial things, this plushie. Now there are actually 3 different colors you could get, and they promised that if you ordered 3 copies of this limited edition, they would send you one of each color. Can you imagine collectors paying not just $135 for the limited edition, but $135 times 3 just to get all of the limited edition contents? And that's what makes this one so outrageous as far as the pricing goes. It also came with a soundtrack and a set of 4 drink coasters in a very nice clasping box. The game itself also came with a very thick manual. Probably one of the thickest manuals I've seen in a PlayStation Vita game. Number 7 is Arno Surge Plus, and Vita collectors will know why. This game is one of the holy grail games that Vita collectors are trying to get. Now this limited edition was originally only $55 shipped, but it is highly sought after because it was only available as this limited edition. There was no standard edition made. And now if you want to find a copy, expect to pay around $300. But I have to say, the pre-order window was quite large. This one was available for pre-order for over a month. In fact, after being up for pre-order only 2 weeks, the game was only 50% sold out. But this was back in 2015, probably before a lot of Vita collectors had started. And if I had to guess, some of those Vita collectors maybe just didn't even know about NIS America, because that was the only place that you could order this. It was not in stores or any other retailers like Amazon. The limited edition came with one of my favorites, a microfiber cleaning cloth, a tear-resistant poster, 18 inches by 24 inches, a Surge Concerto pin badge, a sticker sheet, and of course the game itself. Number 8 is Ys 8 limited edition, and what makes this one so noteworthy is just how well put together this is. This limited edition originally retailed for $80 US, and it is a beautiful limited edition with a high quality box. And just the presentation alone is just fantastic. The way the box slides apart and reveals this vibrant art inside, and looking through the top of the limited edition, you can see all of the contents packaged up for easy access. We've got a soft cover art book, a beautiful hardcover codex with this really nice textured leather, a large cloth poster, soundtrack, and a steel book. This steel book is gorgeous, but the only problem is that it only holds CDs. Of course, including this is better than nothing, but even better would have been a mini steel book for Vita, although I understand it costs money to change things up, and this was simultaneously released on the PlayStation 4. It also came with an acrylic bookend set, and of course the game itself. Now, one interesting thing to note is that this was also released much later on the Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo Switch version, they kind of cheaped out on the box. The box isn't this hard, high quality box, it's more flimsy. It also doesn't have the steelbook, which is understandable since the steelbook was originally only for CDs anyway. But it did come with a very nice letter opener, and that Switch version was $100 versus this one for $80. But of course, you got to pay that Switch tax. And lastly, I have number 9 and number 10, Penny Punching Princess and The Longest 5 Minutes, limited editions. Now, what makes these limited editions so outrageous is that they are extremely rare limited editions on the PlayStation Vita, but they have special circumstances behind them. Not everyone will consider these to be part of the full North American limited edition set, and I don't disagree. That is because the limited edition contents were originally planned for the Nintendo Switch versions, but for a very brief amount of time, NIS America made available Vita limited editions that included the Switch limited edition contents. If you have one of these bundles, be sure to save your box and receipt, because the only way to prove that you have one of these bundles is with the box or receipt itself. The coding on the box and receipt will have PSV for PlayStation Vita and PE for Premium Edition. If you look at the limited edition boxes themselves, you can see it has coding for NSW, which means it was originally intended for the Nintendo Switch. So the only thing differentiating these here is the cardboard box that houses everything. So I thought I'd close this off with a few of my own thoughts on limited editions in general. One of the things I do like to see in a limited edition is I like to see them be as affordable as possible. Try not to pack in too many items, because what are the chances that everyone is going to like all of the contents that you bundle into your limited edition? Keep it simple. Things like soundtracks and art books are always great. Consumables, not so much. I don't really like stickers or other things that you use once and then they're done. And as for pricing, I like to see them cost less than twice the amount of the standard edition. So if you're selling a standard edition for $40, I want to see it cost less than $80 for the limited edition. I used to really appreciate when PlayAsia had the East Asia Soft Vita limited editions for like $30 to $35 with free overseas shipping, plus you could use a discount code on top of that. Oh man, that was a really good deal, but those times are over. Prices are going up a little bit, but they're still very affordable limited editions. One other thing I like to see is just relevant contents in general. Relevant not only to the game itself, but also to the platform it's on. For example, maybe don't include a steelbook that only holds a CD for the Vita or Switch. Do include things like custom printed microfiber cleaning cloths with handheld games. I do think Limited Run generally does a very good job curating their limited edition contents for their games, with lots of unique, relevant items included. However, they can be a bit pricey at times. Making unique pack-ins is costly, and paying all of the people involved their full worth can be costly as well, from the employees that work at Limited Run to making sure the developers get their full asking price on each copy sold. So making a good limited edition is kind of a balancing act. You want to have good quality pack-ins, but you want to do it for a great price too. So one of the best things you can do is just to make sure that your items are relevant. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.